There's a battle for the soul of this nation right now here in the United States and in the world. And what's needed is transcendent love, peaceful warriors that stand up for democracy and the real freedom, which is the option to love. And if we continue forward, gaining faith in love as we go, we can save our nation and our world. Please leave comments. Let me know that you're there. And if you wish, you know, hit that subscribe button. No, I don't have one. Anyway, subscribe and keep looking at the world as if removed, peaceful, loving, and kind. Move away from the urge to punish, but call out evil where you see it. Yeah, you need to stand up against it. Uh, but if there's hope for humanity, it has to lie in what the UN seems to or tries to stand for, and in standing up against anybody who would have all the power. Yeah, power corrupts. So we don't want a dictatorship in the United States. And we do want virtue. And I'm not seeing that from Trump. Okay. I see a very sick man who should not be president. But the urge to punish the guy, any right wing blowhard, is just kind of unnecessary. What we need to think about is enforcing sane laws and impeaching the guy if possible, and putting him into a secure facility for treatment, and not a place to, yeah. But none of us are perfect, and the urge to punish instead of heal just turns us into hypocrites. And that should not be a guiding principle for us. And for those of you who are Christian, look at, read the Lord's Prayer and take a, listen to what it says. And then you won't be my guy anymore. That's my thought, if you really understood what he was saying. So, and look at the love that the loving part of any religion, and I think you're going to want to have a more virtuous world. But that comes from healing It comes from tolerance and avoiding the urge to punish, rather to heal. But that doesn't mean that you don't protect society by having locks on the outside of the doors for some. Um, but have to be unkind to them once they're secured from causing further harm. So, in this way, we can love everyone. And this channel is about loving everyone, no matter who they are or what they believe or how hateful some can be. And, but I'm not into honoring people who spread division and hatefulness by lowering the flag to have mass. Sad that this particular individual was shot. It was a terrible thing, but it's not a left or right thing. Not, it's a crazy or sane thing. It's a hateful thing or a loving thing. Stop thinking about it as left and right. It's love and hate. And hating what someone else hates, that's not love. We should strive to be truly loving. And that's what Jesus taught, isn't it? And the Buddha, Krishna, I believe also. Yeah. Krishna believed in just wars. And let's hope we don't end up in that situation. Trump constantly says inflammatory sorts of things, and his intentions are egomaniacal and cruel to people, and we can only hope that he can find some healing or repose in a well-guarded nursing home and treated for his bad actions and tendencies, if possible. How sad that someone, as old as I am, would want to spend their last days spewing hate and division the way Trump does. That's very sad. That needs to stop. Sometimes to get his attention, you might need to say some really harsh things, but never aim for punishment. And don't aim for war. With hate and war, we will destroy humanity. With love and peace, we can grow humanity. We can find ways to better survive and ways to lift up even the most fallen. Well, that's what I have to say today. It's been a while since I've worked on this YouTube group, and I look forward to your comments. And I like to say, you're not just in a world of wonder, you're part of it. And more the humorous side of me wants to say, act like it. Be a wonder of love in a very difficult world. Mm, be a hero for love. But in these trying times, peaceful warriors fight. Go into the streets. Make your voices heard. Online or in the streets and everywhere. But if you're going to deal with ICE and the military being sicked on cities and states that Trump feels are against him, notice that. It's never the red states or a red city, it's, that's the action of a tyrant. But, when you see that, remember these troops are not there to try and cause harm. Some of them think they're helping. They don't see the big picture. But, you know, you can stall them, bring them food, offer to give them coffee, water, you know. And if they wear masks, mingle with them wearing masks as well, so they can kind of get the point. But don't be cruel, It's, you don't have to throw sandwiches at them. That's ridiculous. Just offer them a sandwich. Maybe they're hungry. And sometimes you got to lock arms and protect people who are being persecuted and stand firm. Sometimes we might find ourselves in very unpleasant circumstances. But let's save this nation and let's save the world. So, that's the philosophy of this channel. It's about love. It's about finding different ways of communicating in a transcendent, loving way to yourself, as your inner child, to yourself as an infant without language. Transcendence there is just to be aware, mindful, and in a caring way, non-judgmental to it. And that's the philosophy. So, compassionate transcendence is empathetic, Transcendent, but empathizing. So, be above the fray. Answer human need. Show love. And if that just happens to slow down hateful activities, all the better. Yeah, all the better. So, there's a song that I wrote that said, peaceful warriors fight. And that means peaceful protests. Keep it peaceful. If you see anybody who looks like they're armed or have any intent to do harm, then make sure that any law enforcement there knows about it. And they'll turn them in. And quit listening to all this nonsense about, whether it's right or it's left. It's either loving or it's hateful. It's either tolerant or it's not. It's either making a cake for people you disagree with, or honoring them by making the cake. Yeah. Until next time, like I say, be wonderful. Make it your choice. Come from a perspective outside of the draw. I think the Pope was trying to try to talk about that, so in his own way. Oh, this is mine. Have a good day. Keep being the special one that you are.